How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself, and today, guys, let's take a look at the Gunlance that they showed in Moss on Our Wilds, its own little weapon overview trailer. It looks amazing, and as the Gunlance specialist for my Discord server, I figured I'd take a swing at it. Nevertheless, let's get right into it. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, honestly, is a preferred preference of mine, the Gunlance smack, like the unload smack. When you pull the Gunlance out, the smack from World versus the smack from Wilds. World has that you know what I mean, and Wild is kind of puny. Nevertheless, no one would care about this except me, and you're probably thinking, Dak, that was an iron Gunlance, this is probably a different kind of Gunlance. That may be true. Nevertheless, I just like the sound of the smacks. Moving on to actual important things. Now, the first thing I noticed that the charge shots now have what I'm guessing are levels. If you look at the footage here, it shows the charge shot goes boom, 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 like there's 3 pulses, and then maybe that's insinuating there's different damage levels to each charge shot. Maybe it might be faster or slower, or the damage might be dependent on the type of shell shot that it is. Another thing I noticed about the charge shots is that you can actually move with it at the same time. So who's to say that you can actually guard? I'm hoping you can guard. You can charge shot, guard, and move all at the same time, because if so, it allows you to play Turtle Gunlance a little bit better, which is one of my favorite forms of Gunlancing, where you just kind of hold the R2 button, just like move and position yourself as you feel. Speaking of positioning yourself, you can use those same charge shots, or rather the same shots, to reposition yourself. Now, this is the thing I saw that was in Moss on a Frontier, if I'm not mistaken, where you can shoot and actually reposition yourself depending on where you shoot from. Now, also within the same bit of footage, you can see that the character themselves, they reposition themselves twice, and then use the Wyvern Stake and Explosion Wave is what I'm going to call it. So to note that you can actually combo out of your repositioning is actually really cool. I like that. Now, the Explosion Wave was the thing they had in World, but you had to be in the air to do it. Being able to do it grounded, I believe, was also a Frontier thing. The one thing I'm noticing about the Gunlance this time around, there's a lot more combos you can do with it. There's a lot more things you can do with the Gunlance. It's been on the come up for a while, but now it's starting to get extra flashy, and I'm a huge fan of that. There's also the Perfect Guard, what looks to be like a Perfect Guard, or like the Adept Guard from GU. The characters themselves, they guard the attack, and then they combo back with, well, they answer back rather, with a counter slash. This counter slash, maybe it's the initial attack you can do off of the Perfect Guard. Not exactly sure, but I assume you can counter into other things as well. Maybe even more shots, maybe even another Wyvern Stake, or any other number of things. Now, the Wyvern Stake is a pretty cool thing to note as well, because before we get to the Wyvern Stake, I want to talk about how using the Gunlance's breakover action, you can actually use that Wyvern Stake, what's inside the Gunlance that makes the Gunlance the boom boom. You can use that as what seems to be a focus strike and charge into the monster, causing small little explosions, either small explosions or it's like a drill of some sort to damage the monster. That looks pretty sick. It's actually kind of funny that you actually use the Gunlance in that particular manner. But talking about the Wyvern Stakes, there's a combo in here. This combo is insane. I've seen a lot of things in my life, but this is a sick combo. As far as Gunlance is concerned, what you should note from this is that she uses 2 Wyvern Stakes for this combo. 2 Wyvern Stakes and an Explosion Wave. And I think because they quick reloaded mid-combo, they were able to do the second Wyvern Stake, so I'm guessing they had one in the front and they decided to reload then throw the other one out. But the fact they were able to do 2 Wyvern Stakes and an Explosion Wave within the same combo is insane. I want to learn to do this. This is wholly new for Moss on Our Wilds, and I have nothing to compare any of this to. This is insane. This is the best thing I've seen all day. But that's my quick little brief analysis of the weapon that we've seen thus far. We didn't have a whole lot to go off of, but what we did see was amazing. I love everything they added to the Gunlance. It looks a lot more fluid now, a lot more flashy. Hopefully the Lance gets a little bit of some of the sprinkle of love, because that's my other weapon. But nevertheless, with that being said, everyone, it's been your boy Dak908. Let me know what you think about it. Quick little analysis, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.